Hi, I'm Jason Sterling. I'm a gay dad, and I am 2 weeks out from my very first Botox and fillers appointment. Let's take a look at where we are. Okay, so 2 weeks ago today, I had my very first Botox and fillers appointment to combat the effects of aging. We'll call it that. Combat the effects of aging. But yeah, generally to try to maybe smooth out a little bit of the wrinkles and smooth out some of the sagging, a little bit of the sagging, a little of the lack of collagen and elastin production. That was 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks is kind of the first big milestone in that. That is when what the filler that they put in, the Restylane is the brand name. It's a hyaluronic acid, probably pronouncing that wrong. That's completely dissolved in your body's own collagen and elastin production, has kicked back into gear and is working on kind of plumping back out your skin, right? Smoothing back out the wrinkles and some of the less tightness to less tautness, giving it more tautness, making it more taut. That's it. That's what I'm looking for, making it more taut. And it did. Now, I'll say that right off the bat. I'll put right here. Now, here's some before and afters. This is right before I did it. And then now, 2 weeks later, earlier today. One thing it does not show in those pictures is that, especially in this area here, it's much more tight. The skin springs back instead of just dropping back. So, I would do like that before, and a lot of it would lift up, right? Not so bad that I was really self-conscious, but definitely I would think, oh man, someday I need to have that hooked behind my ear and stapled into place. But, I would do like that, and it would drop back into place. And I feel like, I don't know. You can see it there. It springs back into place and right where it should be. That's a really big change. Yes, are the wrinkles on my forehead less distinct and less noticeable? Definitely. Around my eyes, definitely. The hollows around my eyes definitely have fleshed out some more. So I do feel like it's been very successful so far. I'm very happy so far with the outcome as it's progressing. Again, this isn't plastic surgery. This is, a visit to a sort of med spa, as they call it. And RN was the one who administered this particular treatment, but it was very non-invasive. I can't really call it totally non-invasive because they do use needles to inject something, under your skin, but there's no recovery time, at least not for me. I think typically, generally, there is no recovery time. There was none for me. I didn't have bruising, and at most, pain-wise, was just kind of a dull ache. And it was really hard for me to know if that was from the process or from like allergies and sinus trouble, which I've been having up to that point. So I'd had like an ache there anyway. So if it contributed to the overall ache, it wasn't that big a deal. And it wasn't so much that I actually took anything beyond the first night, beyond a sort of precautionary first night dose of Tylenol, 2 Tylenol. Now, I did a follow-up visit today on the 2-week mark, right? Which again, let me reiterate, use a professional. Professionals want to see you for a follow-up to see how it's coming along, to see if it's working, to see if there's any trouble, to see if anything is, needs to be addressed. And it didn't. Nothing needed to be addressed. I met with someone for, not even 10 minutes, maybe 10 minutes. Very quick once over, quick look over. I got to my appointment 5 minutes early. Saw them for 10 minutes, like 15 minutes. Very easy. There is another milestone coming that comes at the 6-week mark. Now, I'll actually miss that because I'll be out of town. So mine will be at the 7-week mark, where you see them again. And at that point, there is a good chance that we may do some micro adjustments or micro sculpting involving, some minor injections. Maybe, maybe not. It'll just depend on where we have sort of landed at that point. And they take pictures too. Now, I've taken pictures here. They take pictures too to kind of look at the progress themselves and see, are we reaching where we wanted to reach? Now, I feel like it is coming along well. I've actually been surprised at how well it has come along. I don't know that I really expected anything. Is that weird to say? It wasn't on my radar. I've said that before. I wasn't planning on doing it. It's an opportunity that kind of came along. And so, I guess I kind of thought, well, I've already got quite a bit in the way of wrinkles, and I've already got, my forehead and around my eyes and stuff. I've got so much that I don't know that this is going to have much effect because I'm just too far gone. I'm going to have surgery to pull it back, right? And that wasn't the case. This has surprised me a lot. It's very hard because I didn't test it before I had it done. But this area that they did filler in as well is so much tauter and so much springier that I've really been amazed with that. But I have been surprised with my forehead and around my eyes as well with the improvements there. And again, without surgery, no recovery, no nothing. It took less than 2 hours all told and didn't need anything after that fact. Now, we'll see again in 6 weeks. We're going to take a look again in 6 weeks, see what we come up with. And I anticipate it'll be a little bit better. I don't know that it's going to get a whole lot better from this point. They must expect some change by that point. That's why they want to see you again. But I think that it's come along pretty well so far. I really do. And especially for where I started from. I started late. I know a lot of people started Botox. Hell, I know someone in their 20s started Botox because the idea is, like she said, you always do it and the wrinkles never develop. And if she stops at 40, she's going to have no wrinkles on her face. Even if she starts getting them then, she's kind of 20 years ahead of the game. I obviously didn't do that. I had a lot of stuff to work on, a lot of area to cover. So far, I would say this. I would do it again. I do think it was worth it. I think that, like I said, there wasn't enough discomfort. There wasn't enough time invested for it not to be worth it for the outcome so far. It's been good enough that, I would definitely do it again. And I anticipate that I will. Until I'm like 80 or something and don't care anymore. When I hit 80 and I'm like, oh, it's just a downhill slope from here to death, then maybe I'll quit. I probably won't. I'll probably have them do it in the hospital if I'm afraid I'm going to die. That way I'll look good in the coffin. No, I'm not actually going to, I'm going to be cremated. So it doesn't matter. It won't matter at that point. Anyway, that's where we stand now. 2 weeks in. We'll take a look again. It'll be a little while. It'll be like 7 weeks, a little more than 7 weeks. But maybe I can record it in 7 weeks right after the next appointment. We'll see. But it'll be like, not 7 weeks. It'll be five more weeks. 7 weeks from when we started, 5 more weeks from today. 5 weeks from today. We'll do another look at it and see how it's coming along, see how it goes. I'm going to be interested too, once we're actually done, what's the longevity? That's something we'll be watching. That's a long time. That's months, maybe a year. But definitely check out the longevity of it, long term. How long is this going to last? That's it for today. Thanks for watching. If you ever have any questions about this or anything else, please list them in comments. I'm happy to answer them. And thank you. Hit subscribe, like, and notify. Like always, you know that. You're on YouTube. Hit subscribe, like, and notify. And thank you for watching.